As someone who has dedicated their career, their future, and their family to multifamily investing, sometimes I get too much in the weeds, and it's good to remind ourselves what the fundamentals and benefits are of multifamily investing at a high level. So first, going over the 4 fundamentals are population growth. You've heard the cliches about real estate, they're not making any more land, but they are unfortunately making more apartments or more data centers or more industrial sites. So it's not so simple as just buying real estate and getting rich overnight. But the statement does have some truth to it. With population growth, which this country continues to see more and more of, there is a growing demand for housing, and there's only a limited supply of housing. Yes, we can build more of it, but over the long term, it's very hard for the housing stock to keep up with the growing population demand. So that's number 1. Number 2 is job growth and wage inflation. So every year, ideally for people, they make more money, whether it's through actual job advancement, promotion, or opportunity, or it's just simply through inflation and increases of cost of living. Either way, those sorts of increases in wages flow through to rents, because if people make more and there's a demand, all being equal, rents will naturally go up over time. At the same time, as you have this growing demand and housing shortage, you also have a cultural shift in the country where people are desiring to be renters for longer. And that could be because it's by necessity, because unfortunately home ownership is becoming less and less attainable, which is a separate issue and it's another conversation. And also you have the fact that people just culturally, lifestyle, even if they can afford to buy a house, a lot of people just due to lifestyle preference prefer to be a renter due to the flexibility, due to being able to move around, remote work and things like that. So the different cultures of today, such as waiting longer to get married, waiting longer to have kids, and people desiring to have a live, work, play lifestyle is keeping people in apartments rather than purchasing a home and exiting the renter pool. So what do you have? You have more people that are making more money, that are renting more apartments for a longer period of time. That's a wave of demand which is overwhelming the amount of supply that we have over the long term in terms of housing stock or apartment supply in the country. So those are the fundamentals that get myself and other multifamily investors super excited about the long term. Now, the benefits of these fundamentals for multifamily investing are number 1, cash flow. We love investments that cash flow. It's very difficult to look at a piece of gold and figure out what it's worth. It doesn't produce any income, and it's really only worth what other people are willing to pay for it. The beauty of an asset that cash flows is there are ways to value it based on the actual income that it produces. And even if today someone's not willing to offer you the price you're happy with, because it's a cash flow producing asset, you can continue to enjoy the benefits of owning that asset and collect the monthly cash flow. So at LSCRE, we invest with cash flow in mind, and we buy projects that typically generate 5 to 7% in cash flow that we distribute to our investors every single month. The other big piece is appreciation, because 5 to 7% is nice, but that's really not what we're in the game for. We're in the game for larger returns in more like the 15% range, which can be attainable through appreciation growth, meaning the property not only provides cash flow every single month, but it also grows in value over time due to population growth, all the things we talked about. Of course, also inflation brings the prices of everything up over time as well. So while we're not flippers, and we're not trying to just buy and sell the property quickly to make a quick buck, we do bank on the long-term price growth and therefore equity appreciation through long-term investment. So we get to enjoy the cash flow every month, and then over 3, 5, 7+ years, we will eventually receive the benefits of price appreciation by way of a cash out refinance or through an outright sale. The benefits of cash flow and appreciation would be great on their own, but they're accompanied by something that's even better, tax benefits. Real estate ownership benefits you via depreciation and the ability to 1031 exchange. So you're able to actually defer income taxes and capital gains taxes associated with your real estate investments, and then when you actually go and sell the property and realize that gain, and you would have to pay the tax, if you're savvy and you have a deal that's structured well, you're able to 1031 exchange into the next great project to effectively kick the can down the road in terms of paying taxes and continue to defer your tax bill, all the while you're able to grow and compound your wealth on a pre-tax basis. And then of course there's estate planning that you can do to pass on your real estate wealth very tax efficiently as well. So there you have it. That's the case for multifamily investing. Follow us to learn more.